Hi there, welcome to Ivy's Fortress. I'm Ashanti Carisse, your librarian, and I have Read a Book with Me, quite literally, by Schimel, illustrated by Thiago Lopez. And if I'm saying the names wrong, author and illustrator, I do apologize. All right, and this little bubble right here, this little stamp, reads Outstanding Books for Young People with Disabilities. So let's find out what that's about. No inside cover here. A very inspiring illustration. Oh, and this one too. Mm. Read a book with me. Here's our publication page. It's by Schimel and illustrated by Thiago Lopez, and this is a Beaming Books published book. I got a little bit nervous there. I thought this was an only picture book because sometimes we do have those. All right. One bright morning, Antonio wanted to have an adventure. He grabbed his favorite book, but an adventure is more fun if it's shared. So he went in search of someone to read with him. I love how he stores his books in his drawer. I don't see that too often, and that makes me understand and know that everybody stores their books differently. Antonio asked his mother, "Will you read a book with me?" "I can't right now, I'm busy," his mother said, "but later tonight we'll read together." Antonio went down to the street. He wanted to read his book now, not later. He looked around for someone to read his favorite book with him. Antonio entered the store beneath his apartment and asked the baker, "Will you read a book with me?" "I can't right now. I'm busy kneading bread," the baker said. Antonio asked the woman at the fruit stand, "Will you read a book with me?" "I can't right now. There are so many people waiting in line," she replied. "Well, maybe I'll come back later," Antonio said. At that moment, the mail carrier was passing by and Antonio asked him, "Will you read a book with me?" "I can't right now. I've got these letters to deliver," he replied. Antonio saw the woman at the magazine stand. With so many newspapers, she must love to read. "Will you read a book with me?" Antonio asked her. "I can't right now," she answered. "I have to put magazines away." Antonio had tried at all the stores on his street. "Everyone is too busy," he complained. "Don't be sad, young boy," said a voice behind him. Antonio spun around to see who had spoken to him. It was his neighbor, who often sat down by the street and couldn't see. "How can you see me?" Antonio asked. "I can't see you," the man replied, "but I can hear you. Come closer. I want to ask you something." Antonio sat down beside him. "What is it?" he asked. "No one seems to have any time for me either," the blind man said. "Would you talk to me for a while? Tell me a story?" A grin spread across Antonio's face. He opened his book to the first page and began to read. The end. A little bit about our author and illustrator. Lawrence Schimel, born in New York, Lawrence Schimel has lived in Madrid, Spain for over 18 years. He writes in both Spanish and English and has published over 100 books in different genres. His children's books have been chosen for the White Ravens and by IBI as outstanding books for young readers with disabilities, among other honors. Thiago Lopez. Early on, Thiago Lopez learned to communicate using images, and today he's an illustrator and graphic designer specializing in editorial design. He has illustrated several titles in Brazil and is a member of the Studio Kiwi, which develops, among other things, editorial projects in different languages, always combining illustration and graphic design. Someone has a loud vehicle around. A few more illustrations of the neighborhood. And that's the end. You think that puppy's looking for a story? Who knows? Our back cover has a little information on it, so let's read it. A celebration of the power of stories. Antonio wants someone to read with him, but nobody seems to have any time. Not his mom, not their neighbor, or not any of his friends on the street. It's only when he looks in an unexpected place that he discovers the perfect reading partner and a chance to make a new friend. This sweet, unassuming, child-friendly, award-winning book touches lightly on a disability. It is the child's hero's complete and nonchalant acceptance of the old man's blindness that gives the book its powerful punch. Bravo. That was written by Jane Yolen, author of Owl Moon and How Do Dinosaurs books. Will you read a book with me? Every child who opens these covers will want to do just that. And that was written by Marion Dane Bauer, author of The Stuff of Stars. Well, I have a little bit to share about this because I love reading books with my child. And there was one day that she wanted me to read a book that I didn't really want to read. So instead of reading that book, I selected a different book. Later, I thought about it and I felt extremely discouraged or upset with myself because I chose something I wanted, but it was her interest that brought the idea to have the activity to do together. So what I mean is, take a chance, read with a child, read with a friend, read with a child who's looking like they're trying to find a friend to read with, and enjoy it. Because the world of literature is vast, wide, and full of imagination. And I hope you can check this book out and maybe read it with a friendly neighbor or someone like that at an appropriate time for you. But remember, ask your parents. It's okay. Don't leave the house without their permission.
We truly enjoy sharing our adventures with you here at Ivy's Fortress. If you do too, like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, what are you doing? It is your choice, but we'll race you there. Bye!